All right, guys, welcome to the Haven. We have the PooChain team here to tell us about their project. Just a quick reminder, nothing here on this AMA is financial advice, and AMAs are a chance for us to ask questions. They're not endorsements. We have Kronos and Crypto Lover representing the team. Guys, tell us about your project.
Hey, what's up, man? It's really great being here. We appreciate the free AMA and the opportunity to talk to your community about PooChain. PooChain is a 3-month-old project now, which everyone knows in the BSC space for a meme project that is absolutely stellar. We have done so much. So we launched PooChain 3 months ago, stealth launch, under $300 in market cap, under $300 in liquidity, which is unbelievable to consider what we've done with zero marketing money, zero funding to start the project 3 months ago. And so we immediately came out with some staking. I think within about 10 to 12 days after launch, we launched our BNB staking D-app. And we've given out considerable amount of BNB. I hadn't checked that directly yet, but it's got to be somewhere around the 25 to 30 BNB range now that we've given out in passive rewards just for staking. At one point, the community had 79, 80% of the supply staked when we were making our ascent up the charts the first couple months, which was just absolutely incredible. We continue to be right around the 53% mark as far as staked supply as a community, again, which is really great. We have also our PooChain Genesis NFT collection, which is a verified collection on NFT Key. It's 10,000 limited edition NFTs. These NFTs had auto staking BNB rewards during the mint, and we gave out another 20 BNB or so in those minting fees back to the community. What is so special about our NFTs is the blockchain DAO aspect of them. So, you know, the idea with what we want to do here with PooChain once we get to the blockchain is to have a DAO, a governance where everyone can be a part of decision making if you're holding one of those NFTs. And then also we want to do community projects, you know, very similar to what we did with PooGrow. PooGrow was a stealth launch project for us, but we envision being able to do these very high quality, very classy branding, also high utility projects together within the blockchain DAO. And so one of those NFTs gives you access to those pre-sales and private sales. We've also extended that over into our PooGrow NFTs as far as a tier 2 system within those private and pre-sales for the projects that we do. Collectively, right now, we have about 500 individual holders that are a part of that blockchain DAO. So, and it's very early for us as well. So I'm very excited about that, you know, to potentially have thousands of PooChain holders, NFT holders that are ready to, you know, be a part of a blockchain project launch and support it with a pre-sale in private. And, you know, we'll be able to support it with utility and D-app development. And then also just be able to push it within the PooChain ecosystem and branding. What else, guys? So we've got both projects listed on CoinGecko and CoinMarketCap, which is very exciting for myself to have those projects listed on there. I think they've been on there. PooChain's been on there now a couple weeks at least, and so that's very, very exciting for us. Crypto Lover, is there anything you want to jump in and kind of add?
Maybe we can talk about the great community we created. So as Connor said, we started from very low market cap with not a lot of funds, and now we are an all-time high around 1 million and sitting at 200k flow. During all this time, all the development was funded from the community, to taxes, to giveaways. We created really a group of really nice people that strongly believe in the blockchain and that are ready to put the effort as a community to build a blockchain from a community effort. What has never really been done in this space. Often when you see project building blockchains, it's one rich guy that put all the funds to build the chain. And we are changing this. We are trying to make this as one community, as one big family to get to our goal.
Yeah, that's exactly it too. It was very important for me to do this as a stealth launch, and for it to truly be a community-driven project. Um, it's been, a wild ride, and we've actually coded our core blockchain at this point, our core layer one blockchain, which is also incredible, and that all came from community funding, whether it was NFT sales or if it was, we did a small private fundraising about 2 months after, 6 to 8 weeks after launch as well. But everything we've done from a utility standpoint, from a blockchain, from community growing, any sort of paid marketing, we've all done, together through community driven funding. I think that's what kind of makes us so special. It also makes us so strong. We're on a dip now, but we for 80 days straight held an upward trend, which was absolutely incredible. 900,000 market cap is a 3,000x for us from launch, and we tapped 950 about 3 different times within the first 80 days, and then we listed on Coin Market Cap, and we consolidated down for about a week, and now we're moving back up the chart, and even stronger than ever. We've got somewhere around 2,000 to 3,000 holders, which is absolutely wonderful. It shows our strength again. We've started partnering with other projects on Binance that have legit teams that we're familiar with. They're doxed. Their projects are also community driven, and it's about that kind of a slow organic growth, and really just adding investors, and not trying to market necessarily towards day traders. We really want people to understand that these are the easiest holds that you possibly can have, and it is more about just investing and then sitting back, relaxing, and being a part of the community. I love our Telegram room. I think our global chat is one of the best group chats I've been in on Telegram, and I've certainly been in a lot. And everyone's just always very upbeat. They're excited about what we're doing. They're excited about our future. And it really probably is our best marketing for anyone. It's one thing to do a call or do some paid marketing, but if anyone joins our Telegram room, they immediately see just how fired up the community is and how everyone supports everyone. That we do truly kind of have this unified vision for PooChain and what we want to do, and it really is to create. And I've said this many times, is to create a safe haven, and a safe haven for people that are just like me and you, and I'm just another normal dude like anyone else. But I'm passionate about what's that?
I see what you did there. Nice.
Yeah, but I really have said that for 3 months, and that's what it's about, man. I mean, it really is. We're all kind of like-minded people. We're passionate about people. We're passionate about community. We're passionate about meme tokens and the creativity, the excitement around them. But there's things that need to be changed, and kind of the system that's been put into play. It's one that I feel like few benefit from and many don't. And so we really want to, move forward in a different way with PooChain, where it's more encompassing. People don't have to have that fear about investing or about what's going to happen with the project. I think it'll be a snowball effect for us. I really do. We've already got, I think, 3 different projects now directly partnered with that are solid projects for the long run that are interested in migrating over to PooChain. And, it's really just the beginning as far as all of that type of thing. Once we do launch the layer 1, and we had many discussions about this, we even discussed layer 2 here recently. It would be, cheaper, it'd be easier. We probably could get it done a little faster. But it's just really important for us to do this right. And, by creating the layer 1, it gives us control of everything. And I think that is really what's going to help us, push forward towards this vision of creating this safe haven, this, meme token blockchain that, yes, it's very highly specific to the meme token community. But if you are a legit project with, a team that is okay, being doxed, and, your project has gone through the required audits, and it's established, and you don't have any bad history as a developer, in the space, these are exactly the type of people and projects that we want to incorporate onto PooChain. I'm very excited about it. It's one thing to launch your first crypto project and it do, okay. It's another thing to be able to launch, a blockchain project and to look back over the last 3 months and really just kind of, visualize, breathe it in, all of the successes we've had together. I think, there's probably been every reason for us to fail, and we've just continually proven everyone wrong. And while we've done that, we've just continued to grow stronger. And I think it really shows the character and the backbone of our community, and also, why we are going to succeed. And it's very, very early on for us. At the same time, like I've been saying, we've done so much. But I think we're doing everything right now. And we are exactly where we should be right now. I'm thrilled by it, honestly, all of it. And I do really appreciate your time, because, I know that you specifically are one in this space that, speaks about safety and security, about, the need for change. And, I think once we're able to get to the blockchain, it's there for everyone to use. We're going to see many, many, many people come out behind us and supporting, myself and also just the PooChain community.
One of the stronger communities in BSC right now to begin with. Like you guys won this AMA by voting more than anyone else did. All right, so I'm looking at your. Let me get back to it here. First off, great charting on the website. I'm looking at your white paper, and I have a few questions for you guys. So, all right, in particular, one thing that I've always wanted to see a project do is actually have a liquidity adder ender on their website. What is your time frame with PooSwap?
So PooSwap, as far as the utility, has already been created. We have our own swap. I'm still working on upgrading the user interface to something that's a little bit more high speed. But we have our own swap. We've got that liquidity adder that is also built within our platform. We have an entire farming system. Right now, it is paired up to the Build-A-Block project. I don't know if that's a project on anyone's minds here lately. Another excellent market cap project that is going to be around for a long time. We are currently, on their farming platform with their farming token. But as you can see, my PFP here for Kronos is Poo Farms, growing together. And so this will be our own farming system with our own farming token. And we'll go ahead and launch this now on Binance, but then we will be able to fully migrate this over to PooChain blockchain, which is very exciting for us. Everything that we do and everything that I do for this project, it's about creating reasons for people to buy and hold, to invest, to earn some passive reward. And I really think Poo Farms is going to take that, to the next level for us, because like I said, we've partnered with a few other projects now, Project X, Telegram Inu, just to name a few. Poo Grow, of course, is our team project that will migrate over. Baby Poop is another project. We did not deploy that one, but that is going to be incorporated heavily into our ecosystem as well. And so all these projects and any other project, we'll be able to create their own LP pair on our farm. And everybody will be working together to grow their Poo Farms token bag. So I think that is going to be something that will really, again, kind of make us stand out in this space. We've also got Poo Place, NFT marketplace. It's just in a V1, just in a version 1 right now. But the groundwork for that is laid as well, for us to have our own NFT marketplace. And again, not only projects NFT projects that we launch, but anyone else can either launch through minting their NFT project on PooPlace, or we could migrate, your NFTs over onto PooChain blockchain once we get to that point as well.
Okay. I mean, would you guys, so I've been looking for a one-stop deployment project for a very long time. Anyone who's followed my AMAs knows anytime I see a liquidity locker or I see a liquidity pairing, or I see a swap, this is my next question. Do you guys have any plans to introduce a token locker on your website as well?
I mean, I think so. Anything that is high-end utility, that one is going to create some stability within the PooChain ecosystem, and then two, be able to, incorporate passive rewards, and also just the safety and security. With the launchpad of tokens, for token projects, I'd really like to have a system where PooChain is in control of the liquidity. And we've talked also, we're gonna have to, when we launch the layer one, it's gonna have to be open source. That's gonna be the way that we really, open the floodgates and get everyone on PooChain, using our platforms, buying our Poop native currency token. But then we're also discussing, blockchain technology is just absolutely incredible right now. It's changing so quickly, and the type of layer one that we have, it's essentially it's built around the idea that you can layer twos upon it. And then so you kind of have a division of responsibilities, so we could have our layer two for governance, our layer two for verified launches, our layer two for the marketplace, pretty much anything that you name it. And then so you're sharing the layer one core utilities and functionality, but then you're able to have a very highly specific code based around what you need that layer two to accomplish. So I think, anything that anyone brings to us and we can wrap our head around it, and why it's a good thing for PooChain ecosystems and why it's a good thing for PooChain holders. And it's also going to provide, some stability and then maybe some passive reward. We're going to be completely open to it. And if we take on something like that, I'm really going to look into all the pros and cons. I'm going to look at what other projects have going as far as that specific utility. And then I'm going to take the things that I love about it, and I'm going to look at the things that maybe can be, have some innovation surrounding them. We could do it maybe a little bit differently that hasn't been thought out before. And that's how we will develop out our utility.
You guys already have a lot of utility going here. Okay, so my next question is, this is a lot of money moving around in a lot of different places, right? Have you guys been audited or anything along those lines?
So, essentially at the heart of PooChain token right now is just a simple Binance token. We share the same smart contract with SquidGrow, and they have paid a considerable amount of money for their very nice audit. I have not spent money on an audit, but the exact smart contract code has been audited. And that's easily available for anyone through the SquidGrow community. And I'm literally, it's the exact same smart contract. I launched PooChain, and then I worked with those guys to launch SquidGrow based on our tokenomics and our token contract. And then PooCrow, my third project that I have been a part of as far as launching and deploying, it also shares those exact same smart contract tokenomics. So easy answer, no, we haven't audited, but the actual smart contract code itself has been audited. And then when we get towards the blockchain, you're right, and it's probably what keeps me up late at night, and it's what gets me up early in the morning, is thinking about safety and security. It will be a lot of money moving around. I think Dogechain hit like $18 to $20 million in daily volume the other day. So it's a considerable amount of money. It's very important for me that I know exactly who I am working with on this blockchain, that there are, legal liabilities in place, to protect not only myself, but our holders. It really is all about that. We can get to the blockchain, we can flip the switch, but if it's not safe and secure, then none of it was worth it, and being PooChain, we're building everything around the idea that change is needed, change is necessary. And so, of course, safety and security and protecting our holders, protecting our members it's literally like the number one thing I think about. You can plop down a lot of money and you can have a marketplace, you can have a platform. Yeah, you can even have a layer two pretty quickly. But does it make it any different? And I think that's the question that I've asked myself a lot. Like, how do we really make this different? And I think that's going to be the most appealing thing for everyone once we get to the blockchain, is everyone's going to clearly be able to see all the time and effort that went into making PooChain PooChain. and not just another token, or I mean, not just another blockchain that now you can launch meme tokens on, but PooChain, the meme token blockchain, and you know what it stands for and what it means.
Okay, that is fair. And when we're talking about a timeline in general, give me a projected rundown for the release of these utilities and what you plan to see coming out first, second, all those kind of things.
Yeah, the marketplace is being finished up. I know those guys have been working on it hard for a couple weeks. We've got the D apps essentially for minting, but the actual marketplace part where we can, anyone can list their NFTs, they can launch their NFTs, things like that. That's what they're working on the coding right now. There's also a API out there for bridging, a company called XP Network, been around for a year now almost, and they have excellent tech where we'll be able to bridge NFTs from 13 other chains onto our PooPlace marketplace. So that's very exciting for us. I would say that should hopefully be version 2, maybe within a week or so. It's always longer. It's always longer than what I say, and not because it's not being worked on. There's just always little delays. We've been working on our PooBot, right? There was that sickening incident that happened with Bobby, whoever the heck that ended up being. But I wanted to create a PooBot to get that Bobby Buy bot out of all the Telegram rooms. And so, we've been working on that for like 3 weeks straight now. And there's daily little issues, with that. But it's a refined product. My point is that, development is constantly ongoing. And even after, you're able to release something, there's always something else as far as maintenance and security. So PooPlace, hopefully V2 is ready within a week, maybe 2. The platform PooFarms, pretty much about the same time frame, looking about a week or 2, and then we'll launch that PooFarms token and do a big marketing announcement across all of our channels for that as well. And then also just the release of our PooFarms within social media. Went ahead and created a Twitter for it. Same thing for PooPlace. We really want these utilities to be seen as something that all crypto users can use. It's not just about bringing some sort of product or utility to our PooChain community. It really is a bigger idea of bringing the world to us, through our utility, through our branding, and then they get to see the strength of our community. And of course, they're going to want to jump on board and be holders within our ecosystem. Blockchain, as far as release of that. So we're at the most difficult spot right now for this. We do have our core code. The difference between having a blockchain code and being able to physically deploy it, and then also manage the maintenance and security of this 24/7. You got to have at least 2 people, opposite sides of the world, and I mean at least 2 people, opposite sides of the world, so that there's overlap. It truly is a global operation and a global project at this point. So that is the only thing that's really holding us up. And it's just about finding the right team, the right company. For me, I want one here in the US. I live right outside of DC in Virginia. And so kind of the heart of crypto regulation, really. And so, it's important for me that, this is my life project at this point. So it's very important for me that I find, the one company that is going to be my friend. They're going to be, supporters and passionate about being a part of PooChain, and see the value in what we're doing. There's incredible amounts of money flowing around daily in the meme token world. I mean, just absolutely astonishing numbers, and we want to be a part of that, not in a small way. We want to be a part of that in a big way, and in a way where we're leading innovation within the entire global, crypto industry. So I would like to have the blockchain live tomorrow. Don't get me wrong, I really would. It would be, an absolute awesome thing. I think we just got to kind of take it day by day. I have been in communication with a couple different companies, and I've narrowed down, that list to a very short list at this point. And luckily, I found, a company here in Virginia that I'm very interested in working with, and I've had some conversations with them, and they're very interested in working with us as well. So, and this is a global blockchain company that's been around for years now, and they've really already kind of proven that they know how to get the job done, and it really is just kind of now a matter of working through these details of deployment.
Yeah, that's the one you were showing me, right? The AI-based company.
Yeah, AccuBits, they look solid. I mean, they really, really do. Their headquarters is in Virginia, but they have global offices all around the world. And so, I think it's very good. They're not a new company. They've already established themselves. I've spoken to the CEO a few times, and then also they're basically kind of like their project lead for here in the States. And, very, very nice, passionate people. And I didn't have to educate them on meme tokens or daily volumes, or hey, did you happen to see the 18 to 20 million dollars in daily volume on Dogecoin there? These guys already got their ear to the ground listening, and they think what we have been able to do, which is probably one of the hardest things in crypto, is create a community and survive 3 months on Binance. Right? So they're very excited about these things. And then when you take a step back and you're like, okay, well, wait a second, it's not just a token project. They've got a marketplace, they've got a swap, a liquidity adder. They're building out their own farming system. Like, wait, what is this? They've got 10,000 NFTs minted in a blockchain DAO. It really does all come together for people when they take a step back and look at everything we're creating. Not only are we creating a blockchain, but literally an entire ecosystem for that blockchain to operate around and within. And we're partnering with these other projects to bring them on board, either on our farming or through, joint community growth. And then, once we get to the blockchain, being able to migrate their projects over onto it. So it's just a very exciting time for us. I think a lot of people know PooChain. They've heard the name, they've heard Kronos, but they, maybe still haven't jumped in the community, still haven't really taken a look at everything we're doing, and that's why I love a great AMA like this, because you got a great community, and we really want people to understand, this project is built different. This community is absolutely built different. One of the strongest on Binance. I have to say that. I mean, they really are amazing. I love waking up in the morning and immediately getting in chat just to say good morning to these guys. I mean, they're my family and friends at this point. And it's that same community mentality that we just want to continue to grow, so that really is the heart and soul of PooChain when we get to the blockchain.
Yeah, there really is nothing like a great community supporting you, I gotta say. All right, with that being said, let's see, what are my notes here? Okay, so you mentioned earlier about the amount staked. Have you guys had any burn on the project so far?
Yeah, very little. There's a burn function. I haven't used it too much. Every poop is valuable. We've got something like 24 million or 2.4% of the supply is burned. But it's not something that we're really kind of going to mess with too much, I don't think.
Okay. What about your liquidity? How long has it been locked for? And you mentioned the 3000X. What was your starting liquidity? And I can say your current liquidity is, well, tell me, what was your starting liquidity?
Yeah, starting liquidity was $278.
Oh, one BNB.
Yeah, I don't even know if it was one BNB then. It was literally the BNB I had in my wallet. This is my first project. I had no idea how that launch would go or anything. But we started with $278 in liquidity and like a $300 market cap. And the 900,000 is it's over a 3,000x for us, which is just incredible. And we're at 300,000 market cap now, which is still a 1,000x, and that's coming, after CMC listing consolidation. So, very, very strong chart. We've got $38,700 in BNB liquidity, which BNB is down. So, that's 140 BNB.
What's funny is you actually have more liquidity in Cake currently than you started off with, which I don't know if you put in 75 Cake as the liquidity pool, but it's there.
Yeah, and Cake's down considerably too. But yeah, that's so funny. It's a great point. I mean, it really is, and that's just another one of our LP pools that we've added on at this point. And we've done, I mean, it's seriously, it could end up being the greatest story ever told in crypto. To launch a blockchain, PooChain, the meme token blockchain, and take it from $278 in liquidity, to a $1 billion market cap. And if we do it right, which I feel like we are doing it right, we've got a very strong whale group in PooChain. There's about 60 of us in there. I got to hold 5 million tokens or more to get in there. And, everyone in there, they see this as, their moment in life to really break out and to really create generational wealth, for them and their family and their lives. It's all about what we are doing together as a community, because there's no way one person could have done this. I did not do this by myself, and I will not be able to do, the rest of it, whether it's just even launching the blockchain or just management and everything. It's taken an entire collective of people, different experiences, different backgrounds. And we've worked with so many different smart contract and NFT and DApp developers at this point. It's a very, very large community. We have 50 admin in chat. There's about 3,000 Telegram members. We got about 50 admin. And we have, 25, 26 on the mod / team. And, so there's always someone working on something. Actually, it's more like there's always 15 people at least, I think, working on something at any given point.
That is pretty cool. Like, having those people around you and the rallying is always great. All right, what is my next question? Oh my God, look at the time. All right. Let's see. Before I take up all the rest of the time, guys, if you have questions that you don't want to ask in VC, you can type in the most recent comment post and I will ask them for you. Okay. Of course,
please, I got a couple after you're done.
What's that?
I said I got a couple after you're done.
My man Tans. All right, this will be my final one then we'll pass it over to Tans here.
Sick.
Kronos, we're both in Virginia. How'd you get into crypto, my man?
Wait, what's that?
We are both in Virginia.
Yeah, isn't that awesome? I mean, the crypto is global, and you and I are like 2 hours away from each other, if even that, in Virginia. I mean, that's just very, very cool, Keeley.
Man, it happens so often. It's kind of surprising. Like, I one of the first devs that I ever worked with in this space, it was found out that he lives where Dumbledore lives. I mean, down the street from me, and it's a pretty cool coincidence. But your own personal story. How did you get into crypto? Why are you here?
So my personal story, I've lived. I'm 42, but I've honestly lived kind of a very simple life. I've really only ever been 3 things in life. I went in the Marines when I was 17, served for 5 years honorably, got out, went to college, and then I went straight into sleep medicine. And I've been in sleep medicine for 15 years now. Been in crypto just over a year. Actually, pretty much this is like my 1-year anniversary for crypto. And what I did was I brought my experiences of growing companies, in my professional life outside of crypto. I brought those experiences, being a Marine, understanding, putting other needs above your own, the ideas of community building, working together, hard work. I'm an extremely hard worker. And so I just kind of have put everything that I've learned in 42 years into this project, into PooChain. And it was a stealth launch, but for 6 months, I was turning over ideas and really just studying, what does it take? And first and foremost, it needed to be a great idea and something that wasn't done yet and something that wasn't out there, but that clearly there was a need for, there was a void. And I felt, PooChain, the meme token blockchain, met those requirements immediately. And then from there, it's just been, honestly, a lot of hard work every day, growing the community, working on all these utilities that I've mentioned. None of that stuff collectively was cheap, and we did it all together as a community. So I'm at this point in life where, I kind of was getting bored with sleep medicine and not working with the people, but just, 15 years into a career, and you start to maybe wondering if you want to do some other things in life. And so, with PooChain, I literally want it to be, my crown achievement. Um, it, I always wanted to do things that would have a positive impact and would have a big impact on other people's lives. Join the Marines. I've been in healthcare now for 15 years. I feel like PooChain, the meme token blockchain, it gives me the space and it gives me the tools to have an impact on not only my life, my 3 children, my wife, and my mother as well as a holder in this project. Not only their lives because they're the closest to me, but like literally everyone else. Like, and I want it to be a ripple effect that just reverberates around the world. And I think if we just continue to stick together and we get to this blockchain and we do it the way we know is right, it's going to change a lot of people's lives, and not in the short term, not in the long term, but forever and in all ways. And so, you know, that has been that's been my journey. That's been my journey to get here. And, you know, the last 3 months have been extremely difficult. I mean, just, you know, stressful. Everybody, even myself, you know, we wanted to move faster. But it's been also like literally the most rewarding thing I have ever put my time and energy towards. And, you know, every day, like I was saying, I love to just wake up in the morning and say good morning to my family, my friends, within PooChain. I think we're going to change the world. I mean, I really feel that way. I think that if we just continue to stick together, you know, we're showing everyone that there is a different way forward in crypto, and it doesn't have to be this rat race every day, and it really can just be a fun experience, you know, based around everyone just sticking together and you know, watching out for each other in the space that at times can, you know, it can be difficult to navigate.
That's great. All right, Mr. Tans, you have the first question on VC, buddy. Go ahead. Tans, you fall asleep?
Oh, no, I was fucking bolting in some wheels. All right, so I'm actually real excited about anything on a blockchain project. I've been in this game since, you know, the OG days of BTC, you know, under a fucking dollar. So, like, I love anything and everything blockchain. I'm just fascinated by it. But then there's also some, you know, some steps that anybody in that range needs to take that I didn't really hear asked or talked about. One mainly being, are you incorporated? Is PooChain and everything? Are you an incorporated company or LLC?
Not quite yet, but trust me, I have been again studying this as far as what we need to do for that. Do I file it here in the U.S.? Do I do it offshore?
Understandable.
And these things, it will definitely be a legal company, you know, sooner than later, because when I partner with this blockchain company, whoever this blockchain company ends up being, you know, I'm going to have a legal entity. I'm going to have a legal entity, and then therefore there's you know, the ability to have some liability in check. And I think, you know,
exactly.
For me, that's like the most
people with the larger
thing.
wallets are definitely going to be looking at, you know, that kind of thing. Are you incorporated? Have you filed your trademarks with your logos, your names, your phrases, stuff like that? You know, and of course, the one thing that any major person in the space that has been around long enough will keep an eye on is how often you're updating the security and coding of one, a mixture of your utilities, your website, and then your blockchain. Because, you know, they look for the ones that are, you know, updated multiple weekly and stuff like that, because that tells them that, you know, there's a consistent level of DDoS attacks and people trying to, you know, get for your coding. So the ones that are going through the constant updates and the people that are watching that, they know that, hey, these are the guys that are serious. These are the ones that, you know, want to continuously upgrade this security because they want to last and survive.
Yeah, I agree completely. You know, and for us, it's really just about survival to getting towards that blockchain, and then daily volumes create revenue where all of that stuff can easily be managed. You know, and so, but yeah,
what are your tokenomics taxes? I missed that at the beginning.
Yeah, right now, I mean, it's a typical what you would find on Binance. It's a 6% in, 10% out, and I think I've got like 80% right now feeding liquidity. And I play around with those every once in a while. As
Are
far
you
as
planning on whenever you do get close to the blockchain state on reverting to like, and of course going towards exchanges, reverting towards that 0 or 1% tax? Because as we know, the vast majority of higher tiered
yeah,
exchanges will not allow, don't allow tokenomics.
yeah. Well, I mean, think about it. Right now, we're a meme token, but we will be a blockchain, currency. And
Mhm.
and the poop token now will be the gas, and it'll be what's used to buy and sell. It'll have vastly different tokenomics once we get to that point. And as far as listings, I mean, I probably have like 25 different listings that they've contacted us. I've been in communication with them. To be creating a blockchain, it just doesn't make a whole lot of sense right now for us to spend big money on exchange listings when we're going to have to close down that BNB pair and
Mhm. No, of
create
course.
a whole new liquidity pool. So, but yeah, once we get to the blockchain, I mean, it'll be full throttle as far as listings, and we will push this thing across the world in every way possible.
Now, something that's going to help you out when you're pushing for those listings down the road is going to be looking into, of course, on the lowering that zero tax. But when you're going for it, go for listings that incorporate futures, because one huge thing about that is every transaction within a futures trade you get paid for. The owner of the token gets paid. That's how Ethereum and everybody makes all of their money. It's their trades upon exchanges, and primarily the futures trades, which makes these blockchains the most of their money.
Very interesting. I had not considered that or even knew that that was something. So I will definitely, put that on the old mental, chalkboard. And
Oh
that'll be
yeah,
something I'll look into more.
that's how all these blockchains make their money nowadays. Since there's zero tax, they make their money off of their exchange trades and which is primarily futures, since that's where most people are losing their funds and throwing constant in and out on the day trading side.
Yeah, no, that's great. That's a great point, man.
Yeah, just something I thought I'd mention. I tried to do that in some other AMAs that I've been talking to. We just did one with Rare NFT FND the other day, and we discussed that with Ryan.
Rare FND is doing great too. My man, thank you, Tans.
Yeah, thank you. I got everything I need. That's what I like to hear, though. I'm excited for y'all. I got a fat bag.
Nice,
Let's
man.
go.
I'm glad to hear it.
Can I go ahead?
Love it. Oh, sure, Babyface, go ahead. Or was that Greek? Just be polite, guys.
Yeah.
Go first.
Hi, Achilles.
Hi, Babyface. How are you?
Hi, Achilles. All good, all good. Hi, Kronos. So great AMA so far. Just a little concerns, right? And firstly, I must congratulate you from a $300 market cap to where you are right now. That's awesome. So my concerns, right? Though I'm not yet invested, but from what I've heard, I think I'm a little interested. Your name being PooChain. First of all, the first time I heard about the PooChain token, I confused it to be the PooCoin token, right? So that brings me to my first question. I believe PooCoin, possibly, of course, as an organization that they have their names trademarked and all of those. Don't you think at any point you may face some trademark issues, or do you have the rights to use the Poo in your name?
I mean, I can't imagine that poo is not something that anyone can use.
As regards,
how many Shiba token variants are there?
Okay, so as regards now, you're trying to build a chain, right? Yeah, I understand you. But you're trying to build a chain, and Shiba, of course, I would say is not really a base business. It started as a meme token, but PooCoin is a business on its own, and I'm sure they have all of these things incorporated.
Shiba is definitely a business.
Sorry?
I said Shiba is definitely a business.
Yeah, it would appear.
No, of course, they started out as a meme coin. That's what I mean. But I'm sure PooCoin, they started out as an organization, and they have all of this in check. So that's what I'm trying to find out. As an investor looking to invest in the long term, I hope this is not going to be a problem at any point. So my second question, right? You guys
It won't
started
be a
off,
problem. There's nothing to worry about as far as that.
okay, that's fine. Second question, right? You said you started out, of course, as a meme coin, with a 1 BNB, what's it called? Initial liquidity. Now you're looking to turn this into a big business if you're at where you are right now. Do you have any investors that have, do you have any advisors, sorry, that has, what's the word? That has experience when it comes to building bridges, the kind of chains you want to build rather?
Am I connected to people that can build bridges?
No, do you have any advisors advising the team? I understand you started this off as a meme project with 1 BNB liquidity. Now you're looking to turn it into something huge. I would assume you haven't built what's it called, a chain before. So do you have any advisors on your team that has experience in building such projects?
Such as a blockchain?
Do you
All
have
right.
any advice
Token.
on your team? Yeah.
We have a team of, I mean, it's got to be, Jesus. I'd say it's got to be just from a coding standpoint, and this is not even including, you know, a blockchain company that we would partner with, and God knows how many people they would have as far as engineers around the world and things like that. But we probably have at least, I'd say, 20 different smart contracts / you know, NFT D app, staking, farming. I mean, gosh, even within the Build a Block team who is creating our farming platform, you know, those guys are at least, you know, 10 to 15 deep just in that one project. So, you know, for us, it is more of like a company. And PooChain, you know, is the project, the company, you know, we looked to, you know, partner with and work with, subcontract out, work with, you know, people that are highly experienced in whatever that next utility is that we're developing. So like right now we've got, you know, a team that is specific to the farming platform. We got another team that's specific to our NFTs. We've got, you know, another team that's specific to smart contract and D app development. And then, like I said, I'm looking for, you know, this blockchain company to partner with us that's going to be specific to, you know, being a blockchain engineer. And it's much different to code a blockchain, to be able to deploy it, have the equipment in place, and then also be able to man it as far as maintenance and security, you know, around the world 24/7. We know crypto does not sleep, right, guys? It really does come down to making sure that those individual teams have all their resources and the knowledge and experience that they need to ensure that specific part of our project is functioning. And as you know, I think it was Lance was saying, you know, being able to do that long-term maintenance and security, and, you know, having eyes on the blockchain, how it's running, if there's any sort of, you know, issues with bridging. You know, bridges are the weakest point of, you know, any blockchain ecosystem. And so certainly there's a lot that needs to be considered there, you know, and how we do that properly and how we ensure the safety of everyone's funding. You know, as we can do all this hard work, but if we do not ensure safety and security after launch, then we're going to run into issues, you know, and that's just definitely something that, you know, well, myself being, you know, fully doxxed, I don't want to lose anyone's money, and or even certainly my own that I've invested, you know. So it's very important for us to always be partnered with the right people that have the right experiences, that also, you know, prove to me that they're passionate about being a part of PooChain. You know, it's one thing to be paid to do work. It's another thing that you're being paid, but you're also loving every single day of what you're doing and being a part of the PooChain ecosystem and being a part of this possibility of, you know, being able to change the world with meme tokens.
Oh, okay, that's great. I look forward to investing and you know, going from where it is to where it ought to be. Thank you very much for the response.
Babyface, thank you for your questions. All right, guys, this is to the end of the timer here. Hey guys, I will say, if you have any further questions, I'm certain that Kronos would be happy to answer that in the Coins Telegram, which is all listed on the most recent post. Kronos, I
Yeah,
want to thank you.
I'm always available. Yeah, I'm always available, guys. And it's impossible to talk about everything PooChain in an hour. We've had, we've had AMAs that ran 3.5 hours. I mean, just absolutely incredible, because what we're doing, it is so special. It is so different, and people have lots of different questions about it. And we're not new either. We're 3 months into the project and we've developed out a lot. And, a lot of people don't know that we have a swap or a liquidity adder, or that we have our entire own platform that, we've had for months now. And so I'm always available. And if not myself, for some reason, I've been getting over COVID the last week. It's been making me really tired and sleepy. But if for some reason I'm not in chat, we, like I just said, we have a team of 25 mods and verified team members, and also just our community. There's another 60 whales. Pretty much anyone can answer your questions. They really can, and I think it shows how strong we are as a community. But, if you guys have heard of us, you still haven't jumped in our Telegram, no one's even asking you to invest, but I would highly recommend getting your eyes on PooChain, on what we're doing. It's very early. It's a great time to enter the chart, though, if you are looking to invest in something. And we would love to have you. We just want to continue to grow the project. If we build the blockchain one holder at a time, we're going to build the blockchain. And that's always been our goal. It's always been our vision. And we're just going to continue to move forward towards that every day.
Really happy to have you, man. You guys have done a lot so far. I look forward to seeing what you guys do in the future. All right, I'm going to end the recording here.